And I sang, I've written a letter to Daddy. And I sang the whole song for it, which helped a little bit. I had to do everything, everything, just to be given the chance to be the lead character once. This is the bitter confession of one of the most famous stars from Hollywood's golden age. Hollywood in the eyes of the public is a paradise of beauty and glamour, where stars step out onto the silver screen with smiles and lives full of perfection. But behind that dazzling exterior lies another world, where women had little to no choice. They lived under the strict control of the studios, from meals, clothing, to personal relationships. It was this oppression that paved the way for dark stories to spread, such as actresses being pushed into secret deals to keep their contracts. Some had to rely on sponsors just to survive, and even legends were pushed by their own families or the studios into shady dealings with the excuse of wanting them to become famous faster. In today's video, we will go through a list of 15 people who were believed to have walked down the illicit path just to survive in Hollywood. And brace yourselves, because what you are about to hear is a series of dark secrets so deep that the studios themselves have intentionally buried them for decades. Marilyn Monroe, trading her body for secret meetings to get roles. In the hot summer of July 1914, the small rooming house on Hermosa Avenue where Norma Jean lived was nearly empty. She had no contract, no income, just bills piling up on the table. In her wallet, only a few loose cents remained, and the landlady knocked every evening asking, "When are you going to pay your rent?" At her lowest point, photographer Tom Kelly appeared with an offer to take a provocative photo shoot in exchange for a mere $50. For a girl with no family and no support, $50 at that time wasn't just payment, it was her lifeline. By 1952, when Marilyn became famous, those photos resurfaced. Magazines like Whisper Confidential and Photo Parade began to suggest that during her struggling days, she had relied on some powerful gentlemen for support. The Los Angeles Examiner even published a story by a local grocery store owner claiming there were times she asked to buy on credit or pay with spare change. This small detail was spun into the story that Marilyn had to rely on secret meetings to survive. As Marilyn's fame grew, rumors about the men who allegedly helped her surfaced. Author Norman Mailer, in his book Marilyn, 1973, quoted someone from Fox who claimed that in the early years of her career, Marilyn was regularly arranged to meet with film executives, media moguls in Los Angeles, and even a prominent real estate tycoon in Beverly Hills. Although not named directly, the press speculated that these were figures like Joseph Schenck, co-founder of Fox, Johnny Hyde, a senior agent at William Morris, and several business leaders seen frequently at Ciro's. Johnny Hyde, often referred to as Marilyn's guiding light, became the subject of these rumors. It was claimed that he paid for her nose and hair surgeries and arranged private meetings between her and directors, producers, and film financiers. Some even said that Hyde was so infatuated with Marilyn that he not only took care of business, but also gave her everything he had. Although Marilyn never confirmed this relationship, Hollywood at the time regarded it as proof that she relied on the support of wealthy, and powerful men to get roles. Kenneth Anger, in Hollywood Babylon, recounted a story from a staff member at the Mocambo nightclub who claimed to have seen Marilyn attend private meetings with producers and recording studio executives in a VIP room where the lights were always dimmed when the doors closed. No one knew what really happened during these meetings, but Marilyn's presence with such powerful figures fueled the rumors. In the early 60s, when rumors about Marilyn's connections with the Kennedy family surfaced, the image of being supported by powerful people only grew stronger. Some articles in the National Insider claimed Marilyn connected young actresses with secret meetings involving politicians and tycoons to help them find opportunities. While no publication offered concrete evidence, the rumors spread quickly, prompting NBC to air a special report on networks of support for artists in the entertainment industry. All of these rumors were like small cuts to Marilyn's reputation. In an era when young women living alone in Hollywood were always viewed with suspicion, the idea that Marilyn had met with powerful figures made the public believe she had to sacrifice much more than anyone realized. This story is just the beginning, as another star would emerge from the dimly lit dance halls where the rumors were nurtured from secret parties that everyone knew about but no one dared to talk about. Rita Hayworth, late nights in bars, deals with producers to gain fame. In 1936, when Rita was still known as Margarita Cancino, her father, dancer Eduardo Cancino, took her to perform in private clubs in Tijuana and San Diego. These places were famous for hosting the rich and influential film theater owners, independent producers, businessmen, and figures whom the press described as capable of changing an artist's life. In an interview broadcast by ABC in 1989, a club manager recalled that Rita was required to wear excessively glittery costumes to please the tastes of the customers. She was only 17, but had to perform for 3 to 4 hours in front of older men seated in VIP sections. Rumors spread that some film executives kept Rita after the performance for private conversations. No one knew what was discussed during these meetings, but this sparked tabloid interest in her private life. Hollywood Research Inc., in a report from March 1940, even stated that Rita attended exclusive gatherings where only a select few industry elites were invited. The list of attendees was rumored to include 2 independent producers from Santa Monica, a movie theater mogul from San Diego, and a music mogul from Los Angeles, figures believed to have nurtured young talent. In 1955, Confidential magazine stoked the fire, writing that before Columbia signed Rita in 1939, she had been privately invited to some exclusive evenings in Beverly Hills, attended by Phil Greenwald, Harry Cohn, and several businessmen in the Hollywood and finance world. The magazine suggested that Rita's father had taken her to meet the right people at the right time. What made the rumors so persistent was Rita's Latin heritage and her seductive dance style, which the 1930s press often deemed easily misunderstood. Her father, Eduardo, even pushed her to wear bolder costumes to attract more attention and make more money. There were nights when Rita had to drag her exhausted body